Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video I wanted to make a video about the new Battle Drills map, the Spider Wasteland, because it has come out on my server and I believe the earliest servers to join the new season should have it now. However, I'm also going to give overall advice for any Battle Drills map that you might currently be facing. So the thing about battle drills in general is you always want to connect your bases where all of your different members are going to be starting together as quickly as possible, because when you connect together you're going to share the levels of all the different captures bonuses you've accumulated, and that is how you're going to unlock more nodes in the command center to place heroes here and gain stamina and be able to just attack more bosses and passages in this map. So definitely the priority is to connect to your teammates no matter which map you're on. Now for this specific map, it's a little bit difficult to connect to all of your teammates, and it will require you to take down at least one of these shadow bosses. So if we take a look at the bottom two fortresses, these will both be able to connect to each other once you destroy Shadow merrily. And the way that you're going to want to do this is, as you can see from the left fortress, it has taken a path and is now attacking this guard. As soon as it has completed this guard, it just wants to begin attacking up and go towards merrily, and none of their stamina should be used on these 96 passages, because this is not going to help you connect to your teammates. So you're going to do this later on, you'll have to clear this, but this is not going to be attacked until everyone is connected together. And the right team is going to do the same thing, but in a symmetrical formation, again avoiding these times 96 passages. And then they're going to have to try to capture and defeat Shadow merrily. Now, we don't know exactly how strong these bosses are going to be, but if it is anything similar to Shadow OD and Shadow Brutus from the previous Battle Drills map, it can take even sometimes 2 days for you to take down a boss, depending on how active your guild is and how well they are at designing their teams. So we may not be able to connect to our teammates in the first day of play, maybe not even in the second day of play, but eventually that is going to be the goal. And the top fortress the whole time should be attacking down. First we're going to try to clear these passage brawls, and then we're going to attack this guard, and then we're going to try to begin attacking Shadow Iron. Again, we don't know how long it will take to defeat him, but still that is going to be the priority. And the bottom two fortresses will try to be attacking Shadow merrily. As soon as they're done, they're going to try to come up and maybe even help the top team with Shadow Iron. You might need to do that. What we've done for our guild lineup is we've put our strongest members into the top fortress so that we will hopefully be able to take down Shadow Iron and break down and maybe even begin working on Shadow merrily, while the other two fortresses are also trying to attack that. But the key thing about this map is just the top fortress team should not be attacking any of these times 36 passage brawls. This will be after you're fully connected to your team, and they should just go all the way down looking at getting to merrily, and the other two should just be going around and avoiding these times 96, going from merrily. So basically the whole game plan for this map is meet at merrily. That's in like 3 words. That is the summary of this strategy. And then once you're done meeting and everyone's connected, just by meeting to merrily from these 3 different routes, you're going to have above level 80 on your command center, and you'll be able to put in 5 new heroes. Then it will come down to clearing the passage brawls, which will take a while. There's a lot of passage brawls all over the map. As you can see, the times 96 here, and then also times 36 in 3 different areas over here. And in order to challenge the boss, you will have to defeat all the passage brawls and all the guards on the map. Now, as for teams that you'll want to be using in this specific battle drills, it is going to be the same as previous battle drills. They're still probably going to be the best options. One Stronghold team will be Carolina, Persa, Iron, Arden, and Damien. These are going to be the 5 heroes which do the best in strongholds because they deal massive AoE damage. And by strongholds, I mean these guards with 5 enemies. And you can even use them in some of the guards that have 4 enemies, because basically if there's honestly 4 or 5 enemies in a battle, having AoE damage is probably going to cause higher damage output than having single target damage dealers. Now if you only have 2 bosses, for example this one with Lumont and Valen, that is maybe a time where you'll want to switch to your single target boss oriented teams. For example, we have one slotted in here, the magical version, which is Cassidy, Smokey, Odie, Coco, and Rainier, because these 5 heroes will be the core magical damage team comp, mainly for single target bosses. But if you also have two heroes in a guard, then you can also use the single target oriented team, and it should be the best option because the AoE damage doesn't work so well when there are few heroes left, and only having two heroes would not be great. Now for the other team that I don't have slotted in here, it's going to be a physical damage oriented team, and that is going to be Merrily, Vala, Corrin, Kruger, and Lucius. These are the teams that we used in the previous battle drills, one physical comp being these 5 and the magical comp which I just showed you. These are probably going to be your best option for the bosses and for the guards with only 2 opponents, and for both of them, Evocation Spell Artifact is going to be the artifact of choice. Now in both of the teams we have a shielder. We have Coco for shielding with Mythic Plus, and we have Lucius for shielding, and that is because usually in the bosses of battle drills, if you can have a shield to absorb some of the damage, it will increase your damage output over the course of the fight. We don't know for certain if it will be helping here. However, it will also allow you to survive a little bit better. And Lucius and Coco are both good supports for their teams, because not only about the shielding, it is that Lucius in the seasonal skill gives a haste and damage buff, and he'll protect your team, and Coco will protect your team very effectively and allow you to survive for longer. So also for many of these bosses which will probably kill your team towards the end of the fight, having that extra survivability is going to be a good option. So I still recommend those teams. Of course, if you have things like Ludovic and Taylene, those would be a good combo to be running if they're completely built up like Mythic Plus and above and invested. You can try to run them into these bosses, and I'm sure they will do really well. I'm sure Taylene will be amazing in a lot of these different boss fights, and maybe even in the strongholds. However, I don't have Taylene built, and I think probably a lot of people may not have her, and so you can stick to these core teams involving your Dream Realm damage dealers as well. But really the key idea is separate OD into one magical damage comp with Cassidy if you have her, or even without Cassidy, and then have your physical damage dealers in a Kruger debuffer comp, and you will hopefully be able to do well with this. But really the short of it all is that we're attacking down in a line from the top fortress, and we're attacking up and to Merrily as a priority in the bottom 2 fortresses, and ignoring all of these side passageways on both the top and bottom until everyone's connected and everyone has teams, and then we will clear that. But because this map has the most emphasis on passage brawls that has ever been there before, you may want to run more heroes which will be doing well into passages, and those heroes will be the AoE damagers like Carolina, Iron, Arden are great to be run in these passageway teams. Even Prissa, basically anything with AoE damage is going to be good. The single target damage dealers will not be as effective like OD, because it will take you too long to clear these passages, and I'm going to show you an example right here. So in these guards we have 15 enemies. You want to clear the 15 enemies within 30 seconds. If you can clear them within 30 seconds, you're going to gain the maximum stamina returned to you. Basically, half of the stamina used will be refunded to you. And so it's the most important thing to be doing this, because then you'll be able to just do more attacks with your team. And also only use 3 heroes at a time when you're attacking passage brawls, because again, you're only going to then be consuming stamina on 3 heroes. So I'm going to show you a quick example here of how I do it. I tried it with Odie, but it didn't work. We'll have to stick to a team like this, and it can even be Prissa. So you'll want to do as much damage as you can, and so Crescent Spell probably for magic damage dealers, or you can go for really any artifact. I don't think that matters as much. It's mainly the hero choice, and you don't have to go for the factional synergy. Even if you have heroes of different factions, it should be fine. And if you're not clearing it fast enough, you can click the pause button and you can retry, and it will not cost any stamina. And this goes for even if you're clearing it but it is taking too long. For example, if the timer drops below 60 seconds, you're not going to get the full refund on your stamina. So that is something that you want to watch out for, and make sure that you're going to be getting that. So right here it's at 69 seconds, 5 enemies left, 4 enemies left. We should be able to get it before 60 seconds. But if it didn't work, you can just retry it. Okay, there we go. So it went down to 59 seconds, it didn't work, so that is not going to work. We'll have to do the Carolina. So this is the team which works for sure. I've tried this before, so you can try this sort of team composition. Of course, Taylene and Ludovic would be working here. basically massive AoE damage, and otherwise you can try to go for the 45-second clear, because then you will also get, I think, you'll still get a percentage of the stamina returned to you. We can see the bonuses, but the maximum stamina will be returned if you use, if you can clear it within 30 seconds. So there we go. The Carolina team managed to clear it within 30 seconds, so we're going to get maximum stamina back, and I'll just show you over here. 3 stars, the battle duration is more than 60 seconds left, and you will get +6, half of the stamina used back returned to you. You would get 4 stamina back, I believe, if you clear it with within 45 seconds. Okay, so we're going to clear that passage there, and we're going to do the same thing with the next passage, but there aren't, in this battle drills, the passageways are more difficult, and so there aren't many teams that are going to be able to do this with the maximum stamina back. But even if you're getting 4 stamina back by clearing within 45 seconds, that's totally fine, but try to get at least some of the stamina returned to you, and as much as possible would be the best. Because now what's going to happen is we've in total used 12 stamina, because 6 is being refunded each time. And then we're going to have 12 stamina able to then attack the stronghold here and deal a massive dent into this guard. So it is a team of 5. This is where you want to bring out all of your AoE damage. And this is, from my testing, this is one of the best teams that can be run. Maybe with Ludovic and Taylene it would be different, but I would probably... Taylene is really good for clearing the passageways. So if you have Taylene built up, you can use her along with the sustain healer. Maybe you can even try Smokey if you don't have Ludovic. Another team that people have tried that did well is Igor, Cisia, Ludovic, I believe. I'm going to verify that. I'll just check my Discord after this. But look at this. See, this is the power of the Stronghold team. We're gonna one-shot it. I hope. We have 20... I hope I don't speak too soon. But yeah, the AoE damage from this team is insane. You're able to destroy the strongholds pretty much all on your own. But you don't get any stamina returned to you from this fight. So now the problem is I'm gonna have to, before we're gonna attack the boss, we're gonna have to clear 2 more passageways. Now my team is basically completely finished, and we're not gonna be able to clear within the 30-second clear. So I'm gonna wait for 2 of my guildmates to try and clear this, and then we could begin attacking the Shadow Iron boss with our actual damage team. Because now, as you've noticed, we've saved all of the stamina on our damage team, which is gonna be Casti, Odie, Coco, Smokey, Rainier. If you have... Instead of Smokey or instead of Coco, you could use Elsa. She's a really good magic damage dealer to be running in these boss fights, but I don't have Elsa Mythic Plus yet, that's why I'm not running that. Okay, so the other passageway team you can use if you don't have Carolina, Arid, Iron, or if you have this and you want to use another one for more passage clearing that can clear within 30 seconds, it is going to be Cisia, Viperion, and Igor. And I guess it's because they all have sort of AoE damage, and Viperion is a pretty good nuker for battle drills, so if you have a Viperion built up, this is your time to bring him out and try him. You can lock in those 3 heroes for passageways, and then just with these 2 teams of Iron, Arden, Carolina, and then the 3 other ones, you should be able to clear within 30 seconds and get the maximum stamina back, which means you can clear 3 passageways with each of these 3 heroes, meaning 6 passageways in total, only using 18 stamina in total. But anyway guys, that's hopefully going to be a pretty good idea of this Spider Wasteland. I will update you and give you more information as anything comes out about different team compositions, but this is a base strategy. It is always going to be connecting to your all of your allies, number 1, and these are the best teams currently. Like for Stronghold, definitely the Iron Nuke team is still the best, and Iron, Carolina, Arden for passageways, or Cisia, Igor, Viperion for the other passageway team. Try to get them to +5 exclusive equipment at least, and for this Iron Nuke team, you might even be higher than that because you might be running them in PvP. But anyway guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what your thoughts are about this new Battle Drills map and Battle Drills in general in the comment section down below. But thank you all for watching. We'll just quickly open our keys, and I always open up for the Guild Coins, Thrill Seeker Treasure. But that is going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because we upload daily AFK journey videos. And until the next video, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.